Good day to everybody out there. See thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. And I'd like to ask you today, how are you treating your health? Or let's back up. How are you treating your wealth, which is your health? Wealth is health in my book. So how are you guys treating your wealth today? Have you drank a glass of water? Have you had a juice, cold pressed juice? Have you had a smoothie? Um, we see that it's a lot going on right now. We see that Ebola may have made it to New York. Uh, Bird flu is running around. HMPV is in the United States. Coronavirus never left, and the flu is here. It's flu season. It's February, and we have a few more months until spring comes around into these cold climates. But I have my question is, how are you taking care of your wealth? Because I think I'm doing a very good job at taking care of my body. And if once you answer that question, you may say, well, how do I do a better chance or a better job at taking care of my health? And I say the best place to start with trying to take care of your health is to cut out the processed foods, cut out the sugar, cut out the dairy, cut out the meats. That's number one. Cut out all of those foods that are actually causing you most of your problems. Now, I'll start by saying this. If you're on a farm where you're producing your own meat and it's not shot up with chemicals, you have your own chickens, you have your own animals that you are slaughtering, then I'm not necessarily speaking to you, because I realize that I am still speaking to you, because we shouldn't be eating planets. They got two ears, nose, they can smell, they can hear, they can do everything that we can. So I would say, don't eat the animals. But if you are doing that and you're producing your own stuff, you may be okay. But for everybody else, which is 95% of us that can't grow our own food or are not growing our own food, we need to start by taking those things out of our lifestyle. I don't want to say diet because it starts off with DIE. I like to say live it, LIVET. So take those things out of your lifestyle, your live it, and start to incorporate healthier alternatives in the morning or in the rising. When you wake up, instead of having a glass of coffee, maybe have a glass of herbal tea, something that's going to give you energy for the day, as opposed to give you energy for 30 minutes and then you're crashing. So, or if you don't want to start off with a tea, maybe invest in a juicer or a blender and start off with a glass of 32-ounce green juice in the morning, whether it's or a glass of fruit juice in the morning. These are all healthy alternatives for you to get started. And a lot of people say that when they start off eating healthier, they don't really feel full off of those foods. So they usually go back to eating heavier things. And I agree. Usually when we start these lifestyles, foods like fruits and vegetables and salads, they don't fill you up, because a lot of the foods that were already in your digestive system and in your colon never was properly digested, and you never did a cleanse. When we take our cars into the mechanic to get an oil change, they never put new oil in on top of the old. They usually drain the old oil out first, right? So with the body, when we change our lifestyle and our diet, we never drain the old oil out and cleanse the old material out of our bodies. We always start to eat new, and the old stuff, old waste matter is just still sitting there. So the parasites and the worms are screaming to be fed. And that food that you're feeding them, they're not happy with that. So they're still going to tell you that they're hungry and send the signals to your brain to feed me something else. It's all mind games at that point, but you have to starve them out. The quickest way to starve them out is fasting, water fasting. That's the quickest way to starve them out. But a lot of us can't water fast because our bodies are so toxic ridden that the moment that we go without food for a few hours, the toxins start to be released into the bloodstream, which causes a lot of headaches, causes a lot of mood swings, causes a lot of withdrawals that drug addicts go through when they don't have their fix. So we can't go through fasting the same way someone like I can go days without eating. So we have to ease our way into it by knocking out the processed foods, the sugar, the dairy products, and the meats. That's how we start off. And we just incorporate cooked vegetables, cooked mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, and things like that to replace the meals, and, you know, work your way in over time. Add your herbal teas, get more sunlight, do more exercising, right? Because one thing I can say is, if we don't feel full, we're going to just stuff our face at the end of the day with things that aren't healthy. And you can find healthier alternatives for desserts and all of that stuff. But to get started, you have to knock out what's causing a lot of the sicknesses in the body, which are the things that I just mentioned. So start off there. Once you start off there, you can start off by, you know, maybe instead of the cooked meal that you were going to have for dinner, have a cooked meal for lunch. But for dinner, have a nice big salad. For breakfast, break fast, have you a nice juice, a smoothie, some fruits, a tea, and cool and good. You good from there. You started off your day on the right path. You've started off your digestive system on a good path to kind of cleansing out some of what you've eaten the day before. And now you're ready for lunch. Or in between, you may want to have a snack. You may want to go get you some walnuts, some Brazil nuts, some dates, something that you can kind of snack on in the process. A banana, some fruit, an apple, pear, you know, anything that's high water content, because our bodies are mostly made up of water. So anything that's high water content, that's where we want to lean towards. Lunchtime, have you a cooked meal. Maybe it's some vegetables on top of a salad. Maybe it's a veggie burger or something like that. You know what I mean? And you can create your own veggie burger, because I hate to get these veggie burgers from the stores, because when you look at the box up the back of the box, the ingredient says a whole bunch of things that you can't pronounce, and it's just so much. And you damn near like, damn, I might as well just eat regular meat, because there's so many chemicals in this meat that you're buying from the store, because it says veggie on it, or it's a vegan burger. You think it's healthy, but that's not always the case. And I got certain remedies to create your own veggie burger, and there's other ingredients and, you know, recipes online that you can follow as well. But you may want to have a cooked meal for lunch. Doesn't have to be meat in it. Doesn't have to be meat in it, but you may want to have a cooked meal for lunch to satisfy you. And then at night, you have a nice big salad, whatever you want to put in it: lettuce, arugula, watercress, you know, dandelions, tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, avocado, olives. Create your own. And a lot in the beginning, we don't really know how to create our own dressings. So, you know, get you a dressing from the store that has as least ingredients in it as possible that you can deal with, until you start to make your own dressings. But initially, this is how I would get started. I would start off by taking out the coffee and maybe or incorporating a green juice in the morning, or a smoothie, or just plain fruit, because that's simple. And a tea. That's how I would get started. Lunch, either you have a cooked meal for lunch or a salad for lunch, and then put the cooked meal up for dinner. You could switch it up. That's how I would get started. You can't do it. Most of us can't jump into this overnight. You jump into it overnight, you'll go back to whatever you was doing overnight. I have yet to have any meat since 2017. I won't go back. I don't feel a need to go back. I've had no interest in having meat or dairy products. I just don't care for it. There's too many alternatives out here for me to incorporate that into my life. And my life as well is way too important. And there's so many different things that happen with the body once you take all of these toxins out of the body. It's incredible. One thing that I could say I'm still working on is my emotional intelligence, because no matter how much eating, I've gotten better. I used to be so snappy at people on the phone handling business and lawyers and, public servants that are at the county buildings that I'm trying to get things done. And the moment I would snap out on them, the moment the process will slow up. And I could say a lot of that was because of my gut health. And, you know, just not having the patience and the tolerance. I've gotten better. I've gotten better. And I credit it to the foods. My mom, she wasn't the best when it came, like I got a lot of what I got from my mother because that's who raised me. My pops was more laid back and, a lot more easygoing. My mom wasn't. She was on one. And maybe it was because she had to fill in for him and do his part of his job when it came to like the discipline of the family. So, she put a lot of that into me in regards to her anger and whatever she was going through as being mad or whatever the case may be. I picked up a lot of that. But the foods have definitely helped me to, just come up, have a better attitude with life and just get better. That's where I'm at with it. But health isn't just the foods. Make sure you're walking every day or trying to do some form of exercise, whether it's in a gym, whether it's at home. I personally work out at home. I don't have a gym membership. It saves me money. And, I don't really need the scenery of other individuals for motivation in the gym. Sometimes it helps, but for me, it doesn't at this point in my life. I used to do that when I was a little younger. And now it's just like, I can do this at home. I mean, going hiking is one other thing, but to go into a gym, be clogged in there where it's enclosed space, no fresh air. I'd rather be out at my home, on the deck, on the porch, on the balcony, at the beach, wherever, getting my exercise in. So exercise is really important, really important. And it doesn't have to be where you're, exhausting your body and, breaking a full sweat. No, you can just walk a mile or two a day, half hour, 45 minutes a day. Walking. Motion is very important. Walking up and down the stairs in your house. But I say this, if you're not going to change your diet and you want to take herbs, it's equivalent to a cigarette smoker that wants to continue to smoke cigarettes while wearing a nicotine patch. So if you're going to take herbs and you're going to take all types of different remedies that you see online and you think it's a quick fix, that stuff isn't going to work if you're not changing your lifestyle with the foods that you're eating. So we have to change the foods that we're eating in order to reap the benefits of the herbal teas that we take. I take herbal capsules periodically, to help enhance, my cleansing or whatever. Like if I want more iron in my blood, I'll take iron stuff like natural remedies like kalawala, sarsaparilla, burdock, yellow dock, guaco, contribo, coco meca. I'll take things like that to enhance my herbal, not an iron supplement from the doctor that I don't know what's in that pill. Or I don't, but loose leaf herbs and barks and stuff like that, where I can put into a tea form and I know that I'm getting that herbal jolt right to my bloodstream. Soon as I drink it, I got it. So I'll do things like that, but the fact of the matter is my lifestyle has changed completely. I've been doing this for years now. Never have went back to the meats, never have went back to the dairy products, never have went back to the quote unquote processed foods. And what I mean by processed foods, I'm not saying juices, because juices are processed. But when I'm talking about processed foods, I'm talking about the cakes, the honey buns, all that type stuff with a whole bunch of enriched flour and, the potato chips. You can create your own chips at home in a dehydrator if you really want to take it that deep. But, your wealth is your health. And until we start to treat our bodies like it's the most important vehicle and the most important house that we'll ever live in, then we're going to get the results that we put into our body, which is sicknesses, which is mucus coming out of our nose, mucus coming out of our eyes, a lot of wax coming out of our ears, spitting up mucus every morning. I woke up, I haven't washed my face yet. But the fact of the matter is, this is what you get when your body odor clears up. when you start eating healthier, you start living better. When you start to treat your body, your mind will follow. It starts in the mind, but everybody can't mentally get prepared for this. So you just start eating good. And then you realize, damn, I'm starting to think better. This has something to do with my thinking. And then, meditation. It's a holistic part. And I'm still learning. I'm not a guru. When it comes to eating, yes, I got this mastered when it comes to eating. Because I figured out my body and I figured out how it works and what, does good for me. And, wake up seeing my six pack every morning, not the biggest guy and everything, but that's okay. I've been big before. I don't really care to be 210 pounds no more. Muscle. I don't care for that. I care to be feeling good. You may say, oh, he's so slim. He done got so skinny. He's sick. No, I'm just fit. I'm very fit. I eat a lot of high water content foods like these pears in my bag here, like the blueberries downstairs, like the coconut waters that I'm getting ready to have to drink with my herbal teas. Yes, yes, yes. I realize that my body and my health is more important than anything, and my mindset, my emotional health. Yeah. So the best way to get started is go get yourself a juicer. Start playing with juicers. Make you some apple juice. Make you some pear juice. Mix of two. Make you some watermelon juice. Start off with a 32-ounce juice every day. Get rid of the tea. Get rid of the coffee. Because you realize that coffee is a substance. You go without coffee for a day or two, or a day, a couple hours, then you're supposed to get it at 8 in the morning. Whatever time you get up in the morning, you drink coffee. You don't get that coffee, you'll start to realize, damn, I'm feeling different. I ain't had my coffee today. Because you'll get a headache maybe. You don't want to, if I don't go without a juice today, I don't get a headache. I don't realize, oh, I didn't have my juice today. I didn't realize that, oh, I don't have my morning pick me up. I haven't had anything yet today. Nothing. No water, no juice, no tea, nothing. And I could probably go like this up until tomorrow or 3 days from now without nothing. I'll feel it a little bit, but, because that's just the body working and doing its thing. But I have enough discipline and I have enough minerals in my body to kind of keep me going for days without eating. Because I've worked myself up to that. Your stomach is only this big. And we eat, and just expand it. I don't know. Listen, I think I've said enough in this video about how to get started on a healthier lifestyle. Knock out the processed foods, the unrefined sugars, the dairy, and the meat products. Knock all of that out. That's a good place to start. And that doesn't mean go to McDonald's and eat fries, because that's not the best thing. Get you some fruits, get you some vegetables. All you have to do, start seasoning your vegetables like you season your chicken, your pork chop. Season your vegetables that way, because most of that shit wouldn't taste good without seasonings anyway. So put your seasonings on your vegetables. Get you some salad. You can do your thing up how you want to do it. And take your time, day after day after day, and put something else in your life that's going to help your body, not hurt it. With that, everybody have a good day, and drink a glass of water. Peace.